Hi guys, this is Joe popping on, and today I got in my package from Hot Topic. This one I I ordered because my store never got in this figure for a good little while when it first came out, and so I didn't want to miss out on the figure. So I wasn't sure if my store was actually going to get one in, so I just said I went to the store, checked if she was there. She wasn't, so I just placed an order with them for her and a couple others. And it has arrived, and it took a little bit, but heck, it's the season. I'm happy it is here. And let's take a look. Let me grab that knife to pop it on open. Lovely. As I like to recommend, do a box cutter. Just pop the tip out just ever so slightly so it can't get any further into the box than the box itself. And because all we're doing is cutting tape. I don't understand why people use such crazy things online, but to each their own. But I like to recommend just use a box cutter and use it responsibly, and all your product will be safe and nice and secure. So they packaged pretty well, not too shabby. Sad that the figure I really wanted did not come in a protector, but nice paper. And the one I was going for that made me place the order is kind of shimmied in on the side. And the one I am speaking of is May. And as you can tell, she didn't come in such... The box actually looks pretty good. It's just for some reason the bottom is open. And the top's a little popped open. So let's put this over to the side, guys, and take a look at her to begin with. Because she is the one I was ordering. This one, my store didn't get her in the day she was supposed to release, and it took her over almost about a week to get her in. It was really weird. I know a ton of stores all over the place had really different times on getting her in. I know some stores got her before the release date and were releasing her, and others were getting her way after, like my store. They did finally get her in. They did finally get her in for like Black Friday weekend. But I had already placed an order with them for her because I didn't want to miss out. And so I just had to wait. So I ordered a couple other ones with her so I could use their deals. So this was one of the others, which was Piccolo. Because, of course, I need the new Dragon Ball Z wave. And he looks awesome. This is the new Piccolo with his arm missing, doing his like cannon move. It is such a cool figure. I love that in Dragon Ball Z, if you really pay attention to it, they love ripping off the Namekian's arms because they are the only race that can regenerate that are in the show. And so this is a kids show, so they don't have anybody else ever lose a limb, lose a pinky, lose a finger, nothing. Always the Namekians lose like a complete arm, or otherwise they're extremely brittle, which isn't the case because if you watch Dragon Ball, King Piccolo was extremely strong, could have taken over the world and all this other stuff. But yeah, I think it's kind of really weird because like in like the giant battle for the universes, like Piccolo loses both of his arms. Nobody else in that entire battle gets hurt. But Piccolo and I think one of the other Namekians also loses an arm. I'm like, really? Like, come on, guys. I'm like, their arms aren't like toothpicks, but you blast them off all the time. So let's take a look. I got one other, and the one I got was Training Vegeta. I thought this one was pretty cool with him and all the bandages, and he's like in the orange color because it's the coloring for the gravity chamber that he's training in at Bulma's place. So I thought this one was pretty cool. It is another Vegeta, but he does look really different. It's really cool. And so I decided to order that one because I thought he might be a little bit harder to find since Vegeta is such a beloved character. I'll move that down. Because right now I'm just playing the guessing game, which ones are going to be a little bit harder to find and which ones wouldn't. So I thought these ones, to be honest, I just really like the Piccolo one. I just really like Piccolo as a character himself. And I think it's great because these ones are actually by the same voice actor. and then Vegeta. But the one I truly liked was May. She looks so nice. Let's pop her open and take a look because she is such a good... I'm so glad they made this figure. As I've been wanting them in the past, like, to just make new characters, because there are just so many different characters in My Hero Academia that are amazing. And nice little clamshell. And, like, May's one of them. Like, she's, like, without, like, her, like Deku wouldn't have his new shoot style armor and everything like that. Like, she's just a really cool character. The only complaint I have is that they didn't give her the correct eyes, because she should have like the different like target symbol on her eyes. But she comes with a nice little stand, so a little stand warning there. But let's take a look. She is a nice and hefty pop. Like, they did so much detail. Look at these goggles. Look at those. Those are beautiful. The hair looks so good. It's got that great design that her hair actually does in the anime. The little booster pack on the back. The shoes that are the jet packs. Look at all that detail on the shoes. Like, come on, you don't even... You will never see this because she stands on it. But they went and did the detail. And then the detail on the top. So the both boots. Like, this pop, I have to say, 10 out of 10. I really like it. The two recent ones they've had for My Hero at Hot Topic are amazing. Her and Mount Lady are just great looking. They did such good detail. They really look like the character. As I said, the only complaint I can even give it, there's only the little complaint, is that she has the normal pop eyes. I just really wish they would have given her the symbol on her eyes. But very, very, very rarely does Funko do designs on the eyes. Like, I think the only ones I can really think of are the Sharingan and like the Toad Eye for Naruto. But let me take a quick peek around. Yeah, I think those are the only ones that I can really think of that do the designs. And they've been for Naruto. But I can't really think of any other ones that have done it. So she has a nice little stand. Let's see how it fits. Because I always like to know, and I think you guys would as well. So it fits in pretty well. Does a nice job. Some stands, as I've said before, a bit kind of funny. They don't do so great. But this one, great job. No complaints. So let's take a look at Piccolo, because I want to take a look at that arm. I wonder if they're going to put the bone in it. Because you know how they, if you guys are a Dragon Ball Z fan, they do always the ridiculous, like, it's like a slice of meat kind of deal from like they do in animes. So he's the beautiful green color. So this isn't like his original pop. This is more like the new one that they came out with for New York City Comic Con, which I prefer. So, yep, they did the little meat cut. So, here we go. Let's take a look. So, wonderful, wonderful stance for Piccolo without his hat on, his turban. And see, he's got the nice little bone you can see where his arm gets lost. But just such great detail. And there we go. The father of Gohan. No, I'm just kidding. But he reacts like it more. But this is such a great figure. I really like these new ones that they're coming out with. They just look really good. This one was probably the one I was looking most forward to that was a repeat of an old character. Because Piccolo looks really different in it. Like this one and Bulma as the repeats were probably my two favorites because the characters looked really different. I just usually never have a problem finding a Bulma, so that's why I decided to order Vegeta, because Vegeta I know is just extremely popular. So I thought, like, I might have a hard time finding him. Because once again, this is all just guesswork, and as a person who has collected for a long time, I kind of know what ones are a little bit more popular than others, so I know which ones I can hold off a tiny bit for. And so here we go. This one is strange, because this is the first one I've ever seen like this. It has a little plastic protector on his arm. It must be to protect his little arm wrap that they have on his arm. So they must have had a problem with packing him where it was breaking. And so they had to add that, because I don't think Funko would have added that unless there was an issue with it. So let's pop Vegeta out. And he also has a stand. So stand warding for Vegeta. Do not lose that. Because otherwise that hand wrap is definitely going to break on you, because if he falls off the shelf, these will snap off. So how do I get this one open? Just as a little... That is so funky. Look at that. It's just a little... And it goes around his arm to protect the hand wrap for the bandages. So that's really nice. This one was a really weird one when I first saw it. I wasn't so sure about it because Vegeta's orange. But it is exactly how he looked in this scene in the show, because this is what he looked like. Because they had the weird red lighting, like orange lighting, in the chamber for the extra gravity. Because once he found out that Goku trained in the gravity chamber on his way to Namek, and that's how he got so strong, he immediately went back. When he got teleported back to Earth with them, he had Bulma. He pretty much demanded that he gets the same. And their weird romance begins. But this one's really cool. I like how they did the bandages, like the wraps. I never understood exactly how come he was wearing wraps while in the chamber, but it is what he was wearing. So he looks really nice. So these were my pickup, because once again, I ordered these around Black Friday, right before it. But some of their deals were going early, so there was a great deal on them. And so I ordered these three. So May is just amazing. Hands down, I love how they did it. It's got a little mark there. Looks like it's rubbing right off. And it does. Looky, lovely. May was the main reason I ordered these three, because I wanted to make sure I got her. And of course, I am definitely in the hunt for all the new Dragon Ball Z ones. And these two I thought would, once again, as I said, I just love Piccolo. He's one of my favorite characters. And I thought Vegeta might be a little trickier to find, so I ordered these two as the first two. They look really nice. I remind of, they did not have Android 16 to order at the time, which was a little weird, because I definitely would have ordered him because he's the new character. But of course, they didn't have him in the system at the moment. They only had the first ones, and I think there's two that still haven't been released yet, which was Frieza, like Android Frieza and Trunks. I know the other ones are all hitting stores. I got to go try to find them now. But these ones were my first ones to grab. And for the more towards the Dragon Ball Z wall. If you guys really want to see, I do have some different setups in the room. I can do some different backdrops. If you would love to see those, please leave a comment, because it is a little tricky to get the camera set up and everything in different positions around the room. But if you guys would like to see that, I will definitely do it, because really I'm doing this for you guys, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'd love you guys to, if you guys would like to see, because I do have my anime stuff in different spots around the wall. I have those baseball cases, which are a wonderful way to display your pops. Because it's a shelf and a case. Because I use the top as the shelf and the case on the inside. So it's a wonderful way to display your pops if you are ever doing that. Because I have like a wall for those. I have a whole wall for my Overwatch collection. So I love to do the different walls. I love to do different little setups. And as you can tell behind me is my Marvel, because I just love Marvel. But thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys picked up any of these ones, or if you like any ones in the lines, please let me know. I'm always curious and love to find out. As I said, like, I'm definitely going to pick up the rest of Dragon Ball Z, and I can't wait for more My Hero, because they're so awesome. I love that show as well. So thank you all for tuning in. Once again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Really, really, please, it helps so much. So thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for watching to the end if you're seeing this. I greatly appreciate it. So thank you all for tuning in. This is Joe popping on, and I'm going to be popping off. Toodles.